So today I find out whether or not I've actually passed first year. I've managed to do awfully. 3 tips of things that I'm going to be doing differently. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I think hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. So from the title and thumbnail I'm guessing you know what today's video is. I have literally just received the results to my first year medical school exam. So today I find out whether or not I've actually passed first year and whether I am moving into second year. Now I am really nervous, so a lot of what I'm going to say right now probably isn't going to make a whole load of sense because I am literally shaking and I can't believe I'm filming this. I mean, if it's a disaster it might not be going out. These are 50% of the year, so if you've been following my journey through medical school for a while you will know that in January we had half of our exams and we found out the results for that, which I will put in the link here, and then the other 50% of our exams we took in May and we are finding the exam results out today. So I did pass the first half of my exams. There are a few like iffy ones, however we did pass everything and fingers and toes crossed the same will be happening today. I've got my little lucky angel that my sister gave me and we're about to open these up together, and a lot is riding in this email. I've also just been at Polo, so this did come through like half an hour ago, but I've been waiting very patiently to open these results. I'm just going to really quickly explain what these papers were. So we had 2 different ones for Foundations 2, which is all of our main modules, and we have 4 different modules and you have to pass each one individually. So you have to get over 40% in each one individually, and you also need over 50% overall for Foundations 2. So the different modules were my respiratory module, my muscles module, my digestive system module, and then finally my society module, which was doctors, patients and society, which is more of like a psychology module, whereas the others were more science based. Foundations 1 was one of the ones taken in January and I have already passed that, whereas we also had an anatomy exam, and 50% towards anatomy we took in January and we had a grade which I got 58 in, which is quite low, and then the other 50% we took just now and they combined it together and you have to get 50% overall to pass. Following, I know it is quite complicated, but those are the rules, I didn't make them up. I will also tell you today what I got in my CBM essay, which was my second big essay of first year. I did already get the result, but I thought some of you might be interested in knowing, so I will let you know that at the same time. I don't know if I'm ready for this. To be fair, like, I'm so happy I am documenting this because you have all come along with me for what has been a very chaotic year, so it only seems right that you find out the results. This is the email that has just come through. I'm honestly shaking, like I'm so nervous. The thing is, it always feels so fiddly to try to get into this app. So these are all of our results. They're all going to be there, everything from the whole year. But what I actually care about is the new ones. And also, I forgot to say, 49 is a code that you haven't passed one of the modules within the foundation module, just to make it even more complicated. I'm literally just scrolling to see whether or not like I've got any of the weird questions before I actually work out what's going on. Okay, we passed. I don't know. I don't want to get too excited before I actually understand what's going on because there are literally so many different numbers to read, but I can't see any because you don't want to see anything below 50 because that means that it is a fail. I think we've passed. I don't know. I don't want to get so excited. Like, I really don't want to get too excited just in case. They've also emailed something else. Another email. I've had to stick it onto this giant spreadsheet on here because it is so hard to actually read what on earth is going on. What they've given us is a overall module mark, and what I got in my Foundations 2 overall was 75, which I am so happy about. That is exactly the same as what I got in Foundations 1, and it put me like a high medium in the year, and I was shocked last time that I did that well, and I didn't feel like this paper went as well. I found this one really difficult, and we had 2 different papers for this. One of them was a short answer question and one of them was a multiple choice, and I really wasn't sure how they went, so I am beyond happy with that. Then for my regional anatomy, I got an overall score of 61, which is fine. Like, I am I'm happy about that. That's absolutely fine. I found regional anatomy so hard this year, and especially I started out not doing it in the right way, and over the summer I am definitely going to work on my anatomy the most. It's one of those topics that is like nothing else I've ever done before. It's not like biology, it's not like chemistry, there is nothing to compare it to, and it has been a bit of a whirlwind to get used to, but I will definitely make a whole video about that if you would be interested, so let me know in the comments. Oh, and then also I completely forgot to say, we also had a PAS exam, which is basically like making a mind map, and you have a different scenario and you need to find the different research topics. I've managed to do awfully. I mean, a pass is a pass, but I got 58 in that, which, considering the fact it's supposed to be quite an easy exam. However, if you go back and watch my exam week vlog, that was the one where the hornet flew into the room for, so we're going to blame the hornet for that mark. However, maybe I do need to do a little bit of work on PAS, or like ask some of the older years where on earth I'm going wrong to get 58 in PAS. So I am a little bit disappointed in that. And then this huge spreadsheet basically breaks down the different short answer questions. It tells you what was satisfactory, what was excellent, what was very good, what was good, blah blah blah. And I'm not going to read all of them out and bore you, but I am so happy with my respiratory module. I did love that module. I found it so interesting. I thought the exam was really fair, and I've just really enjoyed it this year. I really did not enjoy my muscles module, and my grades kind of reflect that. I managed to get 1 unsatisfactory, 1 borderline, and the rest were very good. So yin and yang in life, and I am still happy with it. And then dig I'm happy with, and DPS I'm also happy with everything on that as well. So this is my whole year on one spreadsheet, which is absolutely crazy. And then in my CBM essay I got 65, which I was really happy about. It is an improvement from 58, which was my first essay. Like I always say, writing essays is definitely not my strong point. What they said is I didn't balance my essay very well, and that also it could be more scientific. I think because I'm quite a creative person anyway, I do struggle with scientific essays and making sure that I'm not too flamboyant with my words and just making it really clear and precise. So that again is definitely something that I can work on going into next year. But overall I am so happy with my results for first year. There is definitely a lot of room for improvement, but considering the fact it's been such a huge shock to my system and there have been an awful lot of tears, I think that is a pretty good way to end the year. Just to quickly finish off this video, I thought it'd be really nice to give 3 tips of things that I'm going to be doing differently going into second year based on these results alone. And there will be so many more videos like this coming out in the next few weeks, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on those. I really didn't want to make any reflecting on my first years or tips or anything before I knew that first year was officially over, I had passed, and that I was going into second year. But now I know, and I got 75% in both of my main modules, which I am like beyond happy about. It has really given me that little boost of confidence that I needed, and I'm really excited to make any videos that are going to help you, so make sure you comment any suggestions below. Anyway, my 3 biggest tips is that it is never too early to start anatomy, and the only way to cope with it is to do a little bit every day. Unfortunately, there is just such a huge amount of volume, and I'm going to get started over the summer. I really just think it is time with anatomy and spaced repetition and going back over the content to make sure you get it in your head. I don't know how anybody would physically cram it. I started a lot earlier for these exams, which is why I think I did a bit better, but I still think I could have started earlier, and I just think doing a little bit throughout the term, even without exam season, is the only way to cope with it. Then secondly, I came up with the idea that I'm going to make a little PowerPoint as I go along, just very briefly summarizing each lecture. Now I'm going to do a full video on this, but I mainly used Anki and I didn't write any notes in first year, which I think has been so helpful for time management. However, going towards the end of the year, I do think a little PowerPoint summary of each lecture, just to make sure you really got the bigger picture. With medicine, there are so many little details that you can really miss out on the big picture, and I just think having a PowerPoint summarizing each lecture when it comes to exam season means that you can stand back and really make sure you actually understand everything. And thirdly, linking on from this, I think I got way too caught up in the details in first year. You really do just need to skim everything. University has been a huge shock because unlike A-levels, you don't need to know all of the tiny details, and in fact trying to learn these in medicine is literally impossible. So it's so much more important to make sure you understand things, and especially when I was putting them straight into flashcards, I think I had way too wordy flashcards to actually be able to cope with. You need to keep them as small as possible and basically just learn the bare minimum that you need. Trust me, the bare minimum is a huge amount, and actually trying to get that into your head is a bit ridiculous. I really hope you did enjoy today's video. It really wasn't to try and brag, it wasn't to try and moan about some of the grades that I'm not happy with. It was just to let you all know how I did, because I know you would all care, and I love watching videos like this. And also I want to document how I did in first year so I can look back on it in 10 years time and think, wow, actually I did okay. Best of luck to anybody who has their exams coming up, their exam results coming out. I know you will all do absolutely amazing. I have full faith in you. Make sure you believe in yourself. That is one of the biggest things. Honestly, it will save you so much stress and tears, and have confidence in your own ability. But I will see you all so soon in my next video. Make sure to give this one a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and have an amazing week. Bye.